Above even was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away! Hurry! She's in our sights! Not today, spider monster! Wait! Wait! Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
I always knew I was a sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A six-hour child is missing! I repeat.
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway. Threedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, three siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Manny's help. Oh, hello. You've made it to Three Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh? I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've... So, let's trade.
Attack the king!
I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are.
Where was
This bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. You're the only one here like that, I assure you. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord or King of Threedom, before his murder. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Bah! Call me crazy! I've got half a mind to... what was I talking about?
Fascinating. Fascinating. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Do come see me if you change your mind. Greetings. I'm doing a survey for the Upper Class Gazette. Do you have a moment? Splendid, splendid. I have only one question. Who do you think started this war, turning our lord, their father's castle, into a battlefield? Surely you know the story of the three siblings. Who do you think did it? Who do you think killed their father and started this bloody civil war? None of them? None of them? Oh, I've never heard such an opinion before. It's bold. It's direct. It's quite possibly insane. I'll write it down right here in my survey.
Why'd you ask, stranger? What's your motivation in all of this? Oh, how heartbreaking for you. How tragic, you poor child. Oh, heavens no. That sort of thing wouldn't interest me at all. Good grief, spying on people. I make a point of not remembering anyone I see in public. Privacy is very important to me, you understand. What with that paranoid count demanding full reports of everything everyone does every day and all. I promise it, stranger.
The attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Woo, woo, woo.
Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark too.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't rightly say, unfortunately, but you'd better find him quick before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the...
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should.
Dicey, over there! Dicey! Go on, Dicey! There! Dicey! Dicey, there!
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. He's mine now. I want letting him go? I believe you'd call that... No. No, I'm afraid that's not what I do. But I want... Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the Triplets' War to end. Oh, I'm not. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is a greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard, or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Save him! Save the king before I forget. The king! The king!
That poor woman, completely mad. Have you seen Nishka? That poor woman, completely mad.
Who dares attack the king? My blade thirsts for Traitors! Attackers! Devils! Who's there? Tell me now, or I'll... It's not fair. I can't. I won't. You'll never take me alive, you... Who dares attack the king? My blade thirsts for... Traitors! Attackers! Devils! It's not fair. I can't. I won't. The king! The king! We need to... You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. Well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then... poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh! And if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, Even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, Even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea-Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. The Nanny Fortuna, of course. When you're this good, it'd be a crime not to share your skills with the world. Literally. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's Dark Dice, but everything else I know. Observation, my dear girl, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge, to coin a phrase, is power. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them, although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
as the...
Life never goes the way you expect. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought, right after the king. The triplets. Oh, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as a dice. But that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him.
Deals here.
I've
Get your
got
deals
cars
here.
to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
Deals here. Get your deals here. War's good for business. Oh, why? I mean, jack up the deals on your prices like crazy. Everything must go. I can tell you this much, kid. Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. You're...
I guess full
Someone has entered your ruined castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this Count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire. All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
The Count? I love that guy. You don't? There's definitely no downsides to the man. Everything he does is so grounded and normal. It's super normal to go even crazier because you're... It's the Count's friend that has recently gone missing, but Annie... Okay, I gotta go. If we talk too long, someone might think we're conspiring. Can't wait until the Queen rolls her dice and it's our time to fight and maybe die for him again. It's so great and...
You're here to kill me, aren't you? Help me to die? Ha! What do you know about victory? Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle. Every day. In my mind. You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What's wrong? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken Colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Well, good. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal? What? No! Do my quest first.
The Count was an odd duck. And a paranoid duck, too, come to think of it. But Even was now one step closer to triggering Nishka's memories. And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in freedom.
Rak das dag meninga dag mel malaha da wak de gay no da kesh kamane heno ina la konne kuske kora hane ba kena na kokos.
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
Poor Even. Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you could... My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But, sire, it's burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have Chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him, and then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show, and the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
There's nothing else I'd rather be doing.
Ôi giời, lệ nè, ơi bố lại nè, ôi tôi xuống, mẹ nè, ôi tôi mà, ôi phải về, về rồi phải kì, phải kì, anh sẽ được bố.
Ui, gad neich na ho. Gore me naine, degene heirne, mot gane mwanene. Tukine mo, lorne kana. Akete, ore me nala. Take munne heire ho, ore ratskal naine. On
You may approach. No. This simply will not do. That is not how you greet a Duke. Leave, and return only when you can greet.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? Poor dear. Well, I hope you...
Well, I never. Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep? Child, no. You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is... It's a simple matter of respect. You're very welcome, little...
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you? And what brings you here? Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. I'm afraid I wouldn't know about that.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Yes, I expect you are. We don't get many visitors here.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by saying, "Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam." There you go, darling.
You may approach. Yes. So. Oh. Well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Aven. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Threedom today? Our old bodyguard. Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose. I expect all who gaze upon my glory do, child. Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare, you understand. But no, I couldn't possibly leave the car. No, out of the question. I have only your word. All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a... There is a portrait of me here. Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgia. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with... What other way is there to live? What, as a commoner? We've already got plenty of them, I'm afraid. But there's only one me. I owe it to my people to be the most me I can be. Pass me some sweets, will you? What is there to say? The dreadful thing drags on, my insolent siblings refusing to give any quarter. But they'll come to their senses at some point. Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still sticking out of him. Oh, you know how things grow legs and walk off sometimes. Metaphorically speaking. I think one of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up on Father's robot's head. Giant, beastly thing. I'm afraid that robot is long gone. Probably turned to scrap by now. Shmoo, the Count's dreadful plush thing? Heavens, I can scarcely recall what we did with it. The Baroness launched it into our territory a few moons back. Heaven knows why. I suppose he would say that. I suppose she did. My soldiers found it during one of our training marches. I thought it would destabilize him, perhaps lead us to victory. But no, it just made him shriller. We can hear him sometimes, you know, even over the chamber music. Ooh. Oh, I remember now! When I realized it was useless, I had Shmoo thrown in the cellar of the old castle dungeon. The castle is long gone now, replaced by a battlefield. But the basement may still be out there somewhere. He's yours if you want it. I have no use for something so depressingly pedestrian. Wonderful! Remove that rubbish from my kingdom, child. Nothing. He's rubbish, child. You want to dirty your hands with him? That's your business. In the Nostalgium, on the Count's land, I'm sure that wicked brother of mine keeps it there.
Case dog full against case for dog dog for dog case doggy blah bangayism full yeah.
At 10 hut recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.
burning daylight, even. And I don't think I like what I see. Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here. Let's hope it's time you...
that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece. And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you, but well, wait a minute. We're all sitting in his lap, but that means Daddy loved us all equally? Well, I suppose I did, even if the painting was a disappointment. Here, have this worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility isn't as kind as it is cake-filled.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands. Even was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that fateful night.
Oh, Shmoo! You're back! You lovable little scamp! I should scold you. You had me worried to death! Oh, but I can't stay mad at that face. By the card makers, Count Shmoo III! You're back home with Daddy! You've done good here today, noble child. You've returned my Shmoo to me, which is just about the exact opposite of assassinating me. I'm forever in your debt. And now let me give you this finger. It's yours. I hope that, with it, you can uncover the truth of my father's murder. The crime scene! One of my servants found it there. It's been long since replaced by a battlefield, but go on! Take it. Carry it with pride.
Oi, oi! Looking to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I've got cards, though.
What were we talking about again? That finger. It reminds me of something. It was the fight with the king, and he, and I, and we... I'm afraid it's gone. But it's become clearer. Bring me more. I need more to remember. What were we talking about again? Oh, that portrait of the children, the triplets, and their father, their poor father, the king, killed while he... I can't remember. I need more objects to jog my poor memory. Do I need...
I'm never better. I'm gonna die in battle soon, and I did feel bad about it. I can see fine, kid. You. Now, shut.
Welcome to Warriors Training! Way better than that calm breathing, fella! Let's begin by chugging a pint of Zupa juice! No hesitation! That is not the Now for axe training! Swing wide. Imagine you're chopping down a tree. You just murdered your friend with an axe! You're a warrior! And I think you Now we're working on our battle cries! We need to scream so that our enemies know that we're here! Yeah! Finally, let's focus on our motivation! Do warriors need motivation? No! Motivation is for actors! But they do need battle zone inspirations! So think of who you're fighting for. Is it glory? No! Is it one of the triplets? War! War!
Even wondered what she'd been caught up in. Ooh, but
that concludes war.
There's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards. I've got good news for you.
the Baroness lived atop Wildcard Hill, a training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, thought even, what part of freedom was?
Well, well, colour me impressed. Most interlopers find themselves dead long before this point. How did a child like you make it up here? A likely story. You must have just snuck past them. Blind chance.
At ease, child.
Well then, at ease even. Look at you. You're not even old enough to be a recruit. You're soft, aren't you? No, I suppose you're not. You're learning. But you are a long way from home. What can I do for you, even? Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed our father. I don't let that stand, soldier, so I fight. And when I win, they will pay for their transgressions. Not surprised. Nishka's damn tough. And if anyone could survive out there, it's her, no matter what the cost. She taught me how to win a fight, taught me how to never surrender, taught me the importance of duty. Oh, I doubt that very much. We share a respect and a bond forged in battle training, but she'd never say anything so soft. How is she, other than alive? Impossible! I am too busy waging and winning this war. Ha ha ha! A child coming here and asking for a gift? The sheer gall! But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even. I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Nishka. If you can take it, it's yours. Certainly. Like I said, all you have to do is take it. This arm, it's only the most heavily guarded item in my entire freedom. I like your spunk, even, so let me warn you. You will fail. You may even die. So do the smart thing and go back to whatever teapot shack you came from. Can you defeat my robots to claim me? Ha! Me lose against a soft aesthete and a shrill maniac? Impossible. Even if they had the sense to ally against me. I would have won today, actually, if only my maneuvers hadn't been interfered with by those blasted colossuses. They're supposed to move just once a day. It's highly irregular, recruit. Sorry, force of habit. Suddenly, I think, I found him too late. The murder weapon was still there, but someone took it and stashed it inside the head of his own personal giant robot. The robot's long since destroyed now. The Queen of All Random had it dismantled after my father died. I think she feared the old man, and that his murder came as a dark blessing to her rule. Ah, but you didn't hear that from me.
Do to get something that would jog Nishka's memory. Win the most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom. She knew it would be hard, but she also... Colossuses moved once again, this time in favor of the Count.
I miss my darling wife so much. I miss my darling wife so much. I don't... If I could just see it. If only...